So, can you draw any correlations or comparisons between the Roman Empire and the modern United States?
Oh, absolutely. The Roman Empire and the US are basically cousins in the superpower family. Both dominated militarily, spread their culture like it was going out of style, and had a love affair with expansion. Rome's transition from republic to empire. Yeah, kind of like the US turning into a political roller coaster with power slipping into fewer hands. And don't even get me started on inequality. Rome had its bread and circuses, and the US has, well, the Kardashians. Both empires faced internal cracks before they collapsed. History loves to repeat itself, huh?
What part of the history of the Roman Empire are we in? What phase does our current situation most match in the history of the Roman Empire?
We're basically in the late Republic to early Empire phase, where things are looking pretty chaotic. The US is in that awkward, too much power concentrated in one place zone, like when Rome went from a republic with a senate to the autocratic rule of emperors. There's a mix of military overreach, political gridlock, and rising inequality. Rome had its internal squabbles and corruption, and the US. Same energy. We're riding the edge of the everything's fine until it's not vibe, where cracks in the system are starting to show. We just haven't declared the end yet, but we're getting there.
Maybe I'm off base. Are there any other countries that more closely resemble the Roman Empire?
You're not off base, but there are definitely a few other contenders. Historically, you could say Britain during its colonial peak resembled Rome. It had a vast empire, spread its culture, and dominated global trade and politics. But much like Rome, Britain got stretched too thin and eventually had to let go of its colonies. China also has echoes of Rome, especially in terms of long-term imperial continuity. The dynastic cycles, centralized power, and focus on military strength resemble what Rome did in its heyday, though China has managed to keep it together for longer. Russia, big empire, centralized power, and a strong military presence, definitely a contender for the Rome 2.0 comparison. The US is a unique mix, but it definitely shares that imperial vibe, especially with its global reach and military influence, just like Rome. The empire building energy is there, just in a more modern context.
What steps might it be important for the United States to take to avoid the more perilous outcomes that Rome faced?
To dodge Rome's pitfalls, the US should modernize its political system to handle global complexities, as Rome failed to do. It should also tackle corruption and inequality, which plagued Rome. Strengthening democratic institutions and promoting civic engagement can help prevent authoritarianism. Finally, focusing on sustainable military and economic policies can avoid overextension.